Hey everybody, thanks for clicking the video. This is going to be a match of golf. Match play. Zack from Srixon, he works at Srixon, versus me for 9 holes. Match play. At the back 9 at Rio Hondo Golf Club in Downey, California. This is the 10th hole, 185 yards. The wind's blowing from the left to the right, kind of pretty strong. I'm actually... Setup's okay there, actually. Yeah, you can see the flag just flapping there. And I just didn't hit that one awesome. Kind of wiped across it a little bit, but like I said with these irons, it went just pin high. Zack is I think like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, he graduated San Diego State, where he was on the baseball team, and now he works at Srixon in, I don't know, product department or something like that. And he hit one that kind of spin up in the air, and he came up short. So Zack is short of the green to the left. That's my ball. Like I said, pin high. Here's Zack chipping from short. Yeah, and like I said in the other vlog, these greens are punched. They were punched 7 days before this, so they are not in good shape. So, but usually a lot of times they can make me chip better. So those practice swings and that actual swing were all way too long for the kind of, I mean, look-wise and everything was fine. It's just way too long. I'm muttering to myself. Okay, so this is a par putt for Zack. I'm giving Zack two strokes on this back 9 that we're playing. So he's going to stroke on the 18th hole and the 11th hole. So that's a bogey for Zack. And this will be my putt. Yeah, Zack will make this bogey. This will be my putt for my par. So I'm lining it up here, and as I'm lining this up, I didn't realize it, but my card had totally run out of space in about a second there, and I barely missed that putt. So we remain all square going to the 11th hole, 490-yard par 5. This is into a lot of wind, actually. Last one was left to right. Now this one's into the wind a lot. You can see OB all the way down the right-hand side. Let's go through this hole real quickly. So 490, going through it. That bunker on the left there is reachable, but actually a little right of that. It's the perfect line. And then there's water doesn't really come into play unless you hit a pretty horrible shot. But that bunker there, the greenside bunker, certainly does. So I'm aiming at that bunker that you saw in the flyover. I'm aiming at that bunker, trying to hit just a slight cut here. Got through that one nicely. You can see I'm kind of holding the face off just a little bit. Pulled it left just slightly, and it faded back just to the fringe there. Here's Zack. Zack, as we saw in the last video, which was more of like an analytical video, and this is more of a competition video, was hitting big pulls. That one is a giant slice that went with his 3-wood that went so high that it went over those tall trees and out of bounds. Zack ended up hitting a big pull with his driver next, and then he ended up, and then before I hit this shot, he hit it on. So he's actually on in 1, 2, he's on in 4, putting for par. That was a monster hybrid. There was a bullet into that greenside bunker. Yeah, Zack was 1 out, 2 back, 3 over there. He's on in 4, putting for par from like 30 feet away. Here's Eli. You guys remember Eli from the last vlog. He's the, like, I don't know, communications or marketing manager, something like that for Srixon Cleveland. I met Eli when we got together when I got my clubs from Cleveland. He was the guy that handed them to me. So really nice guy. Looking forward to seeing him on the channel again. Okay, so now I have a long bunker shot. This is a 50-degree wedge. It's like maybe a 40-yard bunker shot or something. And I hit that really well. Carried it perfectly pin high, and it stopped and checked. So here's Zack, from a little longer than 30 feet, from like 40 feet. This would be a out of bounds par, so this would be really good to make this one. You can see how poor the greens are here. And remember, Zack strokes on this hole. So that would be, if he makes that putt, that will be a 6-4 or 5. And this is, I'm putting for a 4 here, just a straight up 4. And like I said, the greens aren't awesome. I'm trying to get a good line at it. There's Tyler, you guys saw in the other vlog too, but we'll concentrate mostly on Zack and I. Alright, so this is a putt for a birdie and to win the hole. Pretty good. You just gotta really get it started and hope that you get lucky. So that's a par. Yeah, sandy par, but still a par. And so Zack has that putt to save his par, and actually he made it. And for some reason, I forgot that he stroked on that hole, so I shut my camera off. I didn't even record it. So the match remains all square. Go to a 310 yard. This is a 310 yard hole. Wind's going from right to left a little bit. And there is quite a bit of wind out this day. I didn't hit it super solid. I'm near the bunker that you guys saw, the left bunker you saw in the flyover.
What do you think, Tyler? Did you see that one?
Kind of halfway down, got nervous about something, and kind of quit on it, and things flipped to the left. Didn't totally finish my swing. So that was driver for me. I'm near that bunker. I'm actually in a pretty good spot. Like I said, 310 yards from here. So Zack is going to try to lay up, but this one went extremely left, so let's bring out the Ghetto Pro Tracer. This video was shot with my Canon T5i, so you can't really do the Pro Tracer on this. I would have to offload the clips onto my cell phone, and then do it, and then do the Pro Tracer thing, and then put them back on the computer, which is possible. Alright, so this is my shot. This is, I only have 70 yards. Oh, no, I only have 64 yards. Or maybe even 57 yards. Yeah, I think it was 57 yards to the flag, and I hit that about 65 yards. Something like that, 66 yards. Zack chipping from, you see, that's, I always call it, I don't know what other people call that, but I call that rim rocked when you get that area, especially in California. You get that's why I don't chip with, like, you know, trying to land it a yard on the green, because you always end up hitting that collar and it's shooting forever. This is actually a very tough putt from where I am. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that was 33 feet away. So that's a good par for me. The match is all square at the moment, so this is for Zack to keep the match all square. This is to half the hole. Zack has this all black 1 of 1 Huntington Beach collection putter that's like super cool looking. The grip, the shaft, the head, everything. Alright, so I go to 1 up in the match. This is the 13th hole, 368 yards. And actually that area of the fairway that you have to hit is pretty narrow. And then that's the look that you have on your second shot if you hit it perfect. So here's Zack. Like I said, he's been having the pulls, and that was another dramatic pull left. Zack, you can tell by the shoes, the hat, the shirt, the belt, the pants. Zack's a huge Jordan Spieth fan. Alright, here is my swing. That was really good, considering the wind is now really picking up if you look at the trees to the right and stuff. It's legitimately breezy, and it's switched to be pretty into us. So I hit that like 275 or something down the middle. That's my ball just past Tyler. Tyler hit a good shot there. Alright, I'm 1 up in the match, and this is 94 yards. So I'm trying to, this is a 54-degree wedge, and I'm trying to use a little bit, actually, no, I'm using my 50-degree wedge, but I'm trying to have a little bit of tempo through there, kind of slow it down just a little bit. I will get that divot after I shut the camera off. Alright, so this is me putting for birdie. No, came up a little short. Really difficult with these greens to know what you're gonna do. It's always hard to say how you would have played with good greens. You know, you just have to accept whatever you're playing out this day. Zack hit it way left his tee shot, and then hit it somewhere near the green, and then actually like 30 yards away from the green, and then chipped to this point. So that's a all over the place par. So really good for Zack there. Par 3, 182 yards. This is a 5-iron for me. I'm still 1 up in the match, and yeah, I hit it way to the right. I did not mean to let go of it like that. I mean, everybody's doing that on TV and stuff. It was just like an involuntary thing where I'm like trying to not have it do what it did. Way too late. So yeah, that was the giant sigh there. I actually went into those trees, short right of the green, and I kicked down. So I have a good look at it, but I'm like maybe like chipping from 30 yards or something like that. All right, here's Zack. See how strong his arms are? This went, it went actually past pin high and to the left. All right, so like I said, so I'm in this rough a little bit. The lie's good, and I can see that the green is sloping from right to left a little bit. This is a 50-degree wedge because I want to land it about halfway on the green and let it roll the rest of the way. That accelerated nicely, and that's exactly what it did. It landed right where I wanted to, and if you guys can kind of squint or look in your cell phones close, I put that to about 8 inches. So that was definitely my best chip shot in a while. So that's my shot there. That's Tyler's bunker shot. And then look out! Zack hit a thin bullet screaming across the green. Here it comes, watching. And it missed my camera by about 6 inches and almost killed me. And then the camera went blurry, and then came back. Everybody, the way that it hit my driver, though, everybody thought that I got hit. So it's bound to happen one of these times. So that was lucky. If you've ever been hit by a golf ball, tell us the story in the comments. That'd be fun to hear.
Okay, guys. So we'll do a little player profile here. You were really a high-level baseball player before you did much golf, huh?
Yeah. No, I played 4 years at San Diego State. Was a pitcher there, and you know, it's switching into the golf industry has been real fun and interesting so far.
What are you working on in your swing? So as we see some B-roll of the swings you've taken.
Yeah.
Today, what are you working on mostly? Like, what do you struggle with?
Today, I mean, it's really been going left a little bit, just pulling it. And,
yeah.
I think we kind of talked about it a little bit, just maybe coming out of it. And
sometimes you get into a baseball thing where you get this going towards the ball and this staying back that way.
Yeah, you know, and just getting stuck. I mean, that's probably my biggest problem is just getting stuck. You know, the downswing, create some errant tee shots, as I'm sure you guys have seen.
For you baseball fans out there, Zack was coached for 2 years at San Diego State by the Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn. Rest in peace. Tell us your favorite Tony Gwynn story from when he was coaching you, or just what were your general impressions of the man?
You know, I think the one thing about Coach Gwynn, and I know a lot of people have said this, but his laugh.
Yeah.
He just had this like iconic laugh, and you could hear him from
like,
across the field.
Right.
You know, there's nothing like in particular.
Yeah, but he was always in
a good mood and always laughing. And I mean, that sounds funny to say, but I mean, it was just one of those things where that was just how you remember him, was just always in a good mood and always laughing.
Yeah, you do notice that with a lot of the great hitting instructors and the great players that hit for average really well, is the positivity. You know, like I know that, like, because if you think about the chances of you hitting a baseball and having it land on grass and you making it to base and all the other things that have to happen, it's the odds are against you, so you better have a good attitude.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Coach Quinn's big thing was just simplifying things, and I think that works in golf too. I mean, his big thing was just let it get deep and hit it the other way. And I mean, that's kind of, I mean, in golf it's the same thing. I mean, you know, you pick up your target, and you know, especially when you're playing it around, you're not really supposed to be thinking about, oh, where are my hands at, where are my hips at, all that stuff. It's mostly, you know, see it and hit it.
All right, back to the golf action. Par 5, short par 5, another short par 5, 489. The front on this course is long, going from the digital world to the real world. The front on this course is long, and the back on this course is short. This is a par 71 course. All right, so par 5, I want to hit a good one. That was, the backswing was sloppy. I let it get behind myself in the backswing, and it just stayed behind myself. And that was flared to the right. Not in a terrible position. I'm in the other fairway, or actually almost in the other fairway. To the right, and here goes Zack as the driver out now. Zack's 2 down and looking for a comeback. He hit a extremely thin shot up the left, and then he hit a good second shot up towards the green. All right, I hit a kind of a roping hook that started a little bit too far right, and it went right through that tree. I got lucky. And so now this is 70 yards. This is my 54-degree wedge. Now I use some Titleist wedges, but these guys are really trying to convince me to get Cleveland wedges. So if you guys have a preference, let me know what you like. I'm going to go try them out and see if I like them. All right, so that's 70 yards, and the tempo on that was pretty good, and I don't think I totally cleaned that wedge, because it landed just short of pin high. Yeah, see, I'm showing you guys the wedge. The audio here is terrible. I landed it just short of pin high, but it rolled out a long way. So this is Zack. And he hit like a monster 3-wood to get to this point, but then hit a poor shot there. So now he's chipping for birdie, and didn't hit a great one there. So that'll be a par putt for Zack. So I'm in the driver's seat here for sure. So this is about a 25-footer or 30-footer. That was a great putt. All right, so that's par for me, and this is Zack for his par.
Yeah, beautiful.
And makes it, which is crucial, because now there's a big difference between 2 down and 3 down. So now he's 2 down, 3 holes to play, and he really wants to extend the match. Here's Eli. Going to the 16th hole, par 4, 321. He's got his hands up because those guys were gone, and then they came back. And when they came back, he almost hit them. So, right, so 2 up. The last hole is a tough hole that Zack will stroke on. So, and I know that. So I'm really trying to keep the ball in play and make positive things happen, because I do not want to see this match go to the last hole. Because giving somebody else a stroke on a par 4 is not what you want to have the match rest on, or even let them get back close to in it. I hit a good shot down the middle, and that was one of the best swings he made that day. The swings on 9 he made were the best swings he made all day. If you guys saw those from the front 9. All right, so yeah, those are both those srixon Tour yellow balls that those guys use. Eli likes the Z-Star, and Zack likes the Z-Star XV, which is like, just I think the Z-Star is a little softer, just slightly around the greens or something. All right, so I am, I think, yeah, I am 90, I think like 96 yards. I hit a really good shot. Landed it just where I wanted to. Same thing. It landed, checked, and then rolled out quite a ways. And I actually had cleaned my grooves that time, and I caught it nicely, but I don't know. These are about 1.5 years old. I think I got these just after I started Be Better Golf. So it's time for new wedges, as much as I've played and practiced. Eli hit a great shot. Eli's got that for birdie.
Same thing. He got some like late rollout.
Same thing, exactly. So his landed, spun a little bit, but then just kept creeping and rolling and rolling. It looked like he was going to be extremely stiff, but it's got more putt than you would have thought. So after a great drive, it's only 321, and there's water there, so you don't really hit driver on this hole. So after a great drive, this is a nicely tempoed wedge shot. He actually landed on the right spot. So yeah, right. You can see it. That's exactly the Jordan Spieth thing. So he's definitely been watching Jordan Spieth on Golf Channel. All right, so this is for birdie, which I really want to make because Zack is in tight. But I hit a lot of really good putts this day, and none of them went in. I don't know, who knows what I'm talking about. So that's a par for me. Here's Zack for his birdie. So this is to go from 2 down to 1 down if he makes this. So look at me over on the left. You can tell I'm watching this quite attentively. No, yanked it a lot. Hated that one. He's got all the Jordan Spieth mannerisms going. We'll have to play with these guys again. It was really, we had a lot of fun this day, even though frustrated on the greens. Eli for birdie couldn't make one either, but we did. It was a fun group. All right, so hit it solid, just blocked it to the right. So it was either pulls and blocks for Zack on the second 9. This is the second 9 he played this day. That was I actually think I know. That was that was my attempt at doing a wide takeaway, and it ended up getting very disconnected for myself. So when I try to fix my takeaway, and a lot of times in the past when I've tried to fix my takeaway, I ruin my swing. So that's why I'm nervous of it. Nope, just hit too much sand. There's a lot of sand in that bunker, and I took too much of it. That was not the world's best bunker swing anyway. So I got about 18 feet for par, and off. So this is me putting. Actually, it was a little more than that, like 21 feet. This is me putting for par. This would win the match, actually, because it wouldn't matter what he does. All right, so I have that left for my bogey. And here is, just off screen, you can't see him, is Zack putting. You'll see his yellow ball coming in. He had hit it way right of the green, and he chipped to this point. And so this is for his par. So this is the putt to extend the match. Hard to see the hole here, but you can kind of see it there. It is, yeah, so Zack needs this to extend the match. And it came extremely close, so yeah, I get the body language. It was almost impossible to make a putt of any length in this hole. So that's it. So Brendan wins. That's it for the match. We're still going to go on with the video because I want to show you guys the whole round. So I win 2-1 over Zack. Bogey for Zack. And now let's go on to the 18th hole. Finish this up. This is 424 yards. It's a par 4. You actually can put it into the range on the right. So the safer play is to hit it short into the left, which is I hit it way left and cut it back. So the way left was all right, and the cut back made it a lot short. So all in all, it turned out okay. But now I do have, I don't know, I have a long shot in. I forget how long, and I'm actually getting tired at this point, especially like when you've been playing a match and then you finish the match. So, but I need to work on my. I just don't play 18 holes that much. I need to work on my fitness a little bit, as far as cardio fitness and other things as well. So Zack and Eli actually have their own match going. So whoever wins this hole between them will win their own personal match. All right, so this is for birdie from off the green. I just don't want to get rim rock, so I'm not. And this is very grabby, this grass we have in this area. So I thought putter was smarter. It's extremely close to a birdie, and then a lot of late rollout. So I have a tough putt for my par. Did not play very well this day, but not horrific, not a total meltdown. Zack made a great putt for par. You can see he's got a really cool putter. His putter a little better there, and that beats Eli. Yeah, so I'm taking a look at this putt at a 90. This is a putt to shoot 76. So I really want to make a.
Nice.
Oh! There it is.
No vote. All right.
Thanks.
That was fun.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, good meeting you too.
See you again.
Good seeing you again too.
All right, Eli. Thanks.
A
lot of fun.
Thanks, guys, for watching. You guys can hear more about Eli through his Twitter. A lot of cool things, information about.
And Zack. Hard wins it.
Hard wins it, yeah.
Yep, links are there in the description. You hear all about Tyler if you go to Wilmington and you wait outside this little bodega. He'll be there like covered in oil.
Sounds good.
You can